You spend 2, maybe 3 hours studying. You finally shut the book, sit back, and think, yes, I know this now. But then the next morning comes, and half of it has disappeared. Now imagine this. Somewhere in the world, an intelligence officer is being trained to memorize dozens of faces, names, places, routes, and details in a very short amount of time. And the next day, they can still recall them with accuracy. No endless highlighting. No reading the same page 10 times. No last-minute panic. Just a different way of training the brain. And that raises a serious question. If there are methods that help people remember under pressure, why are most students still studying the same way they did when they were kids? The problem is not that your memory is weak. The problem is not your phone. The problem is not even that you cannot focus. The real problem is what I call the passive study trap. Most students fall into this trap every single day without realizing it. Here is what happens. You read a chapter. Your brain sees the information. It starts to feel familiar. And because it feels familiar, you assume you have learned it. But familiarity is not learning. Recognizing an answer is not the same as being able to produce that answer when the book is closed. And that is where most students lose. Because exams do not ask, have you seen this before? Exams ask, can you bring this information out of your brain right now, under pressure? That is a completely different skill. Let me give you an example. One of my worst exam experiences was in chemistry. The topic was organic reactions. I had studied that chapter for days. I made neat notes. I used colors. I rewrote summaries. I read the same reactions again and again until they looked completely familiar. I entered the exam hall feeling prepared. Then one question appeared. It asked for the mechanism of a reaction I had practiced many times before. I looked at the question, I held my pen, and nothing came out. For several minutes, I just stared at the paper, frustrated, confused, and honestly angry. Because the problem was not that I had never studied it. I had studied it too much, but I had studied it the wrong way. I had trained my brain to recognize the reaction when I saw it. I had not trained my brain to retrieve it when I needed it. That day changed the way I looked at studying. Because here is the uncomfortable truth. The students who forget the most are not always the lazy ones. Sometimes they are the students who worked the hardest. The ones with the longest notes, the most highlighted books, the most hours spent reading, the most effort. But effort in the wrong direction still gives weak results. Traditional studying is usually passive. Reading, highlighting, watching lectures again, looking over notes. All of this feels productive because information is going into your brain. But the real test is not whether information can go in. The real test is whether information can come out. That is the difference between encoding and retrieval. Encoding means putting information into your brain. Retrieval means pulling that information back out. Most students spend almost all their time encoding. They read more, highlight more, watch more, rewrite more. But strong memory is not built by only putting information in. Strong memory is built when you force your brain to pull information out. Every time you successfully recall something without looking, the memory becomes stronger. The pathway becomes faster. The information becomes easier to access later. This is why active recall works so well. You are not just reviewing information. You are training your brain to find it again. So here is a simple method you can start using today. Step 1. The blank page recall. After reading a section, close the book. Close your notes. Remove every hint. Then take a blank page and write down everything you remember. Not what you wish you remembered. Not what looks familiar after checking. Only what your brain can produce by itself. If you remember definitions, write them. If you remember examples, write them. If you remember diagrams, draw them. If you forget something, leave a gap. Do not cheat. Do not peek. Do not say, let me just check one line. Because the struggle is the point. That uncomfortable feeling when your brain is searching for the answer is not a sign that you are failing. That is your brain building the pathway. The harder your brain works to retrieve something, the stronger that memory can become afterward. This one habit alone can change the way you study. Because now you are not asking, did I read this? You are asking, can I recall this? And that is the question that actually matters. Step 2. Question what you remember. After you write everything from memory, do not stop there. Now interrogate the information. Ask yourself 3 questions. First, why does this make sense? Second, how does this connect to something I already know? Third, what would happen if this idea, step, or fact changed? This turns memorization into understanding. Because many students can repeat a line, but they cannot explain it. And if you cannot explain it, you probably do not fully own it yet. This is why some topics disappear from your mind after a few days. They were stored as surface memory. You remembered the wording, but not the logic. Deep learning happens when you connect the idea to other ideas, when you ask why, when you test the concept from different angles, when you make your brain explain, not just repeat. Surface memory breaks under pressure. Understanding survives pressure. Step 3. Review before you forget. Most students review at random. They study something today, ignore it for 2 weeks, and then panic before the exam. That is not revision. That is rescue work. Instead, review information at planned intervals. Here is a simple schedule. Study it today, recall it tomorrow without notes, recall it again after 3 days, then after 1 week, then after 2 weeks. But remember, the key is not just repeating, the key is retrieving. Do not start by rereading your notes. Start by asking, what do I remember? Write it. Say it out loud. Explain it. Test yourself first. Only after that should you check what you missed. This is how you catch the memory before it fades completely. And every time you recall it again, the review becomes shorter. Something that took 2 hours to understand the first time may take only a few minutes to recall later. That is how smart revision works. Not by studying everything again from zero, but by strengthening the memory at the right time. The 60-second morning recall. Here is a small habit that can make a big difference. Every morning before checking your phone, take just 60 seconds. Write down everything you remember from yesterday's study session. No notes, no book, no scrolling. Just your memory. It sounds too simple, but it is powerful. Because after sleep, your brain has been processing and organizing information. When you recall yesterday's material in the morning, you strengthen it before the day distracts you. And it only takes 1 minute. Less time than checking notifications, but it can be more valuable than another hour of passive rereading. The real mindset shift. Forgetting does not mean you are stupid. Forgetting is normal. The real issue is that most students are never taught how to fight forgetting properly. They are told to read again, highlight again, watch the lecture again, make prettier notes. But those methods mostly create familiarity, and familiarity feels good. It feels easy. It feels like progress. That is why the passive trap is so dangerous. It gives you the feeling of learning without building the skill of recall. From today, stop measuring your study by how many pages you read. Start measuring it by how much you can recall with the book closed. That is the real score. Not how beautiful your notes look. Not how many hours you sat at your desk. Not how many videos you watched. The real question is simple. Can your brain bring the answer back when you need it? If yes, you are learning. If no, you are only recognizing. Final message. So here is the method again. First, use blank page recall. Close everything and write what you remember. Second, use deep questioning. Ask why it works, how it connects, and what would change if one part was different. Third, use spaced retrieval. Recall the topic tomorrow, after 3 days, after 1 week, and after 2 weeks. And finally, use the 60-second morning recall before touching your phone. Stop studying just to feel prepared. Start studying in a way that proves you are prepared. Because the goal is not to read more. The goal is to remember when it matters. Now answer honestly. Are you going to try the blank page recall method tonight? Yes or no? Comment below. And if this helped you, like the video so more students can find it. Subscribe if you want to learn how your brain really works and how to stop forgetting everything you study. The next video will go even deeper. See you there.